and welcome to episode 97 of 15K Plus Random Movie Reviews, the podcast where we take a random movie from Metacritic's all-time movie list. This is Colin.
This is Niall.
And this was random movie 15,821, way up there. It was Catwoman from 2004, runs for 1 hour and 44 minutes, Metascore of 27, and a user score of 3.1. Budget 100 mil, box office 82.4 mil. This movie's reputation precedes it.
It's horse crap. The entire thing. It's known as one of the worst superhero movies out there, and it's known as one of the worst movies out there. But from anything that was DC or Marvel, this is right at the bottom.
I did watch Halle Berry's Razzies Award acceptance today just to see how she took it, and it was self-deprecating, and I think she said something like, "Thanks for putting me in this piece of shit movie," to the director. Also, the director, Pitof, didn't speak English, only spoke French, had a translator with him on set.
Yeah, see, that doesn't bloody work. If you're going to be directing people in a language that you don't understand, then you can't know how well stuff is hitting. God damn it. I don't get it.
Well, director of Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, he only spoke Italian, so it worked.
Yeah, but he was good.
Yeah. Like Pitof, his surname must be shit. Pitof shit. Sorry.
Yes.
He only directed like 4 movies. He's more of a VFX guy, and never was seen again in Hollywood, I guess.
I that's what I found today when I was mucking about with his name. But if he's a VXF guy, and then the CGI in this movie is up there with the worst garbage I've seen, maybe the Scorpion King being worse. It's shocking. It's Uncanny Valley, but not even that good. It's not good enough to be in the Uncanny Valley. It's just garbage.
It's one of many mistakes he made in directing this movie.
The first mistake was directing the movie.
Yeah, a lot of the action scenes are just terrible, and when she is CGIing around the walls and things, it just looks terrible. Really bad.
And the transition from being a person to the computer graphics animated version, it's kind of jarring.
Sort of reminds me of Harry Potter first movie, when the first time when Neville goes off on his little broomstick by mistake and he hangs from the pole off the tower. You can just totally tell now it's not him. It's like a CGI person. This is slightly better than that, but
but at least in that movie, that was like 30 seconds. This is a good 20 minutes of the movie. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, right. So obviously the OG writer for Catwoman is Bob Kane. He would be probably rolling in his grave.
He died before this was released. Thank God.
Thank God. Like the people that came in, like this, obviously it's not a shock to hear that that script went through dozens of rewrites and it just couldn't be saved. But 4 people tried to. Teresa Rebeck just wrote a lot of TV stuff. John Brancanto had wrote The Game. Michael Douglas and The Net with that girl from The Bus. Sorry.
The Game had Sharon Stone as well, didn't it? Or am I thinking of somebody else?
I can't remember who his wife was. I'm not sure.
Right.
He wrote The Net, and then and he wrote Terminator 3 as well. So he had a bit of experience.
Terminator 3 is not exactly a shining star in that franchise.
Well, he had a bit of quality in him, in his oeuvre.
Yeah. He's not as bad as Pitof.
Yeah, no. Michael Ferris, I think he's Brancato's writing partner, and then John Rogers was the last guy who tried to attempt. He wrote 10 episodes of Cosby, so...
Yeah, leave that alone.
Yeah. Razzies, best picture, worst actress, worst director, worst screenplay.
All of those are valid. I'm assuming they nailed all of those.
Yeah, I don't even know who they were up against, actually.
Yeah. There's not much that could have beaten it on any year.
The major problem with this movie is that Pitof can't direct for shit.
Yeah.
He, you just actually from second one, or you have a sort of a credit roll of the history of cats and their importance through the history of the world montage. All right, how are you going to start a movie where the importance of cats comes in? I don't know if the history of cats even makes a difference to Catwoman. I don't know what lore Bob Kane wrote about Catwoman. Maybe it
Yeah.
was to do with the Mao Egyptian cat. I'm not sure, but
Some such nonsense. To be honest, I haven't read a lot of his stuff. I haven't read a lot of his comics. I will say how it was introduced in Batman Returns, with Selena Kyle, played by Michelle Pfeiffer, was substantially better. It didn't bother with a whole lot of like. There's a like a 5 minute exposition halfway through the movie with the old cat lady Ophelia.
yeah.
That was annoying, and this unnecessary. In Batman Returns, it's like, screw it. She's got licked by cats, and now she's coming up with some strange powers. Screw it. We'll leave it with that. It was better than this nonsense.
Yeah, we had a bit of, yeah, you're right. Ophelia was a terrible character and just, yeah, the exposition was, yeah, you're a Catwoman.
You're one of the Catwomen. You are free to lick your own genitalia.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting. No, it's not interesting at all. It was boring, annoying, and stupid. Oh,
The
Egypt.
worst,
Oh,
the worst thing, like you get it from scene one. This director cuts different camera shots every
yeah,
second.
yeah.
Even when there's
Unnecessarily.
even when there's a slow paced dialogue, it will constantly, jarringly move from one POV to the next and to a close up shot, medium shot, close up shot, medium shot in the midst of one sentence. This guy thinks changing a camera angle is good directing. And it never changes. The entire movie is filled with rapid camera angle changes, zooming and panning constantly.
When the context doesn't allow for it,
It doesn't even need it.
it's. I have no idea what this man was trying to do.
And
Shocking.
nobody told him, nobody directed him. It was just, it was so bad. Uh, And yeah, I just couldn't. I was going into the movie just thinking, yeah, it's going to be just a banal sort of action
No.
movie,
This
but his camera work and cinematography work just makes you uneasy the minute you start watching it. It's just so unjarring. No, jarring,
jarring.
not yeah, unsettling. You can't even just
Yeah, but that's okay in a
relax.
movie when like something like Uncut Diamonds, where you're meant to be unsettled, where you're meant to be on edge and there's a level of anxiety. That's not necessary for this movie. That doesn't make sense in this bloody movie. This is an action superhero movie. Listen, it.
Yeah, but even when Patience, aka Halle Berry, is having a slow conversation with Tom Lone, played by Benjamin Bratt,
His name alone
alone.
wrecks my bloody head because it's, oh
Yeah,
yeah, I work alone. There's where your name comes from. Oh, that's amazing. Well done.
amazing.
Jog on.
Uh, Even with those, their small sort of slow paced conversation, the camera shots are just constantly just going.
What adds to that fun times is the dialogue. Like they're supposed to be, having a budding relationship and there's a bit of sexual tension between them. You don't get that. That possibly destroyed not only by the dialogue but that stupid camera shenanigans. It's
The
it's
problem
just disjointed because of that.
yeah, the problem is as well is that Halle Berry plays Patience meek to 11 before she turns into Catwoman. So it's like when he shows up at her work, she's just like hiding behind her hands and giggly, and she's
It's too
really
much. Yeah.
too much. Turned the dial way too much for any sort of nuance at all. Maybe I was thinking throughout the movie, okay, he's trying to do all these rapid camera shots to sort of mimic comic panels in a comic. That was my only thought behind his
I think you're
direction
very
choice.
generous with that statement. Very generous. I don't think
Yeah.
he was thinking that at all. Well, maybe he was, but it doesn't work.
I just have written here in the first sentence, Office. What the fuck? Camera edits. Like the minute one, it's just camera edits. I'm like, what the hell going on? I'm chilling out with my feet up on the sofa, going, I don't need this. I
Yeah.
don't want this in my life. This kind of directorial crap.
I hate the office scenes. I hate her friend,
Her
who's
friend is terrible.
ably played by what's her name again?
Yeah, it's
Alex Borstein,
Alex Borstein,
aka Lewis Griffin.
Lois Griffin,
Lewis Griffin,
Lewis.
different gender.
Yeah, great. I didn't know until I looked her up. Oh, it's Lois.
Yeah, so
Peter.
I believe that I've seen her in other stuff as well. She's quite good.
She turned up at the Razzies. Halle Berry brings her out.
Might as well.
Yeah, she hams it up for the.
But the office scenes are awful.
Yeah, they're terrible.
Just no chemistry between anybody going on there. The bad guys are annoying, and one of them, Sharon Stone, who's brilliant, and she's awful in this.
She's terrible. But everybody's terrible. But
Yeah.
Having said that, I didn't think it was as. I can't actually remember what I scored Rollerball, but I think Rollerball annoyed me more than this.
There's a difference, though. Like, what budget did Rollerball have versus what budget did this have? And look at the cast. You've got Halle Berry, Sharon Stone, Benjamin Bratt, who's actually in a bunch of stuff, and he's actually decent. You've got the Merovingian from The Matrix.
Yeah.
He's decent. And Lois. So to me, that's a pretty reasonable cast.
Rollerball had a budget of 70 mil. It wasn't that far off. 30 mil difference. Rollerball annoyed me, but yeah, I can be annoyed at
look
two
at
of
the
them.
cast. Like compare the cast. You've got the guy from what was that bloody
American Pie, was it?
American Pie, yeah.
Was he in that?
A nobody character in American Pie. And LL Cool J or
LL Cool J.
Yeah, that's not a cast. That's an annoyance.
We have Halle Berry 2 years after her Oscar performance. And if you look at her, to be honest with you, Halle Berry, very famous, but hasn't been in a lot of good movies, really.
She's done an awful lot of garbage.
Like Catwoman 2004, she's in a animation after that, which is good reviews. She's obviously Storm in X-Men, but they're averagely. I think the last
she's not great in that, to be honest.
No. The last good review I think she had was Things We Lost in the Fire, which I've never seen. But she got Perfect Stranger, Metacritic 31, Frankie and Alice 47, New Year's Eve 22, Cloud Atlas 55, Dark Tide 23. The Call 51. I forgot she was in movie 43 on that scene.
Briefly, yeah.
18. X-Men Days of Future Past 75. Kings 34. Kingsman 44. Kidnap 44.
She's done an awful lot of crap.
John Wick Chapter 3.
She's decent in that, actually. Yeah, so.
Bruised 52. Moonfall 41.
Oh, that's awful garbage.
Never Let Go 55. And then our last one was The Union 44. So she won an Oscar. Fair play to her.
Downhill from there now.
But really not a lot of stuff since then.
I don't think she's been picking very good movies. I don't think she's been cast well either. An actor or an actress needs to get the right movie that fits their skill set, and that's clearly not happening for Halle here. Yeah.
Anyway, the general gist of this movie is that Patience works as a graphic designer for what's Hadali Corporation or whatever, or what was their surname? Hadari, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Feckers.
And that's Sharon Stone and Lambert Wilson as a husband and wife team who hate each other. That doesn't really make a difference. It doesn't really mean anything. They are making this cream called Bowline or whatever. Bowline. We're supposed to kind of feel Sharon Stone's sort of jealousy that they are replacing her as the new face with a younger model who her husband is dating.
Blinking, yeah.
She does a poster presentation to him and he hates it and says, "Oh, you've got a midnight deadline."
That's the wrong red, you a-hole.
Yeah. There's just constant zooming and panning in between scenes. She can't. We have to transition from the office to her apartment by just zooming and panning CGI city.
Unnecessary. This is what happens when you put a visual effects guy as a director. He go, well, we're going to do this new transition, so VFX for anybody? Yeah, sure, why not?
Sure, we've got the money. Let's go. I don't know,
Idiots.
like who gave this to him? Who said, "Yeah, let's try this guy. He should be good." I don't know.
Hopefully they've been fired.
Yeah. Anyway, she gets visited by this cat who constantly meows and annoys me throughout the movie.
Worst actor ever, this cat.
Yeah, worst cat actor ever. She's outside trying to save it from the ledge, and she's balancing on it. And this cop, Benjamin Bratt, comes along and says, "Oh, wait there, I'll come up." And he basically saves her from. And she drops her wallet in her own corridor. She's only like 10 steps down underneath him, and he doesn't call after her, go, "Yo, your wallet."
Yeah, not even just that. Instead of putting it into her door, he stalks her to her office.
Yeah.
That's weird. That's weird behavior. You know, if you want to meet up with her, give her a call, but don't track her down to her office and impose yourself straight into her life in front of her friends. Yeah, freaking weirdo.
And this is another scene where he's talking to her in the office, and her friend keeps popping her head up, and every time she does, we cut to that angle.
These cuts are annoying. Oh
So
my
annoying.
god, it's unnecessary, and it keeps bang, 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 bang between three different camera angles. In between
conversation,
every 2 or 3, like 2 or 3 lines, bang, or not even lines, words, and it's just annoying. It gave me a headache nearly. It was just freaking uncomfortable, and not for the right reasons.
No, for sure. And he's as an art history nerd, he says something stupid. He's like looking at her posters. He's, "Oh yeah, he goes, oh, it reminds me of Marc Chagall and the Dutch masters. They're nothing alike." It's just, sorry, that's just my take on that sentence. Just like garbage. Do some research and actually make some sense with your art history references.
It's a shame that the rest of the dialogue is way better. Oh wait,
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, Barry plays this way too overshy and coy, and I don't like it.
No. Again, I'm going to harken back to other representations of Catwoman. So again, I'll go to the transition for Michelle Pfeiffer's Selena Kyle.
Yeah.
Similarly, she's a coy character in Batman 2 or Batman Returns. But she's a likable coy character, and it's not overly played. She doesn't overplay her hand. She's just in a situation where her boss is an a-hole. Whereas this almost feels like the situation she finds herself in is because she's just useless as a person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's overly played. It's annoying. You're supposed to like the character, I think. And in this case, I don't like her at all.
Yeah. It's yeah, when you think that he's done enough panning out and zooming out, he puts like a crazy fast time lapse of the office.
Oh yeah.
When she's sitting at her desk and it's to
yeah, she's trying to catch up on her project, and she has to get done by midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, she heads to this factory and is trying to give her poster to somebody in the factory, and sneaks in, and she overhears the scientist going, "Yo,
that before we jump on, that annoys me because she's a coy, insert character. So to get her project done in time, she basically breaks in the back door of a facility.
Yeah.
The heck is going on? Yeah.
Stone is there, but you never see Stone, which sort of leads to this sort of little plot line where she thinks the husband is the baddie and Stone isn't the baddie.
Yeah.
Anyway, the scientist is saying, "Listen, we can't release this cream. Look at the face of your one on the screen.
Look at your one."
Yeah.
It is brutal. What's quickly followed, though, she knocks a lump of glass over and smashes on the floor,
Yeah.
then is preceded by one of the most boring chase scenes I've ever seen in my life, where she runs through the facility trying to get away from people, and so decides to climb into a massive waste pipe. And she's flushed out. Good.
Yeah.
Movie's over.
No.
No.
She wakes. She doesn't wake up. She's lying in this sort of scrapyard, and a bunch of these cats come along, and this Egyptian
Magic cat.
Mao cat breeds on her.
Yeah, I've had cats breed on me. I've had cats vomit on me. I never got any powers.
Yeah, no, it's a bit silly. It's just a little cat yawn, and she gets powers.
There's no need for a CGI cat as well, if you don't mind me saying. Just stop with the CGI.
Yeah.
Unnecessary.
I thought it was going to be the wastewater, actually.
Yeah. Like Jack Napier in the first Batman movie. It's a trope, but go with it.
Yeah, right?
This is stupid.
Yeah. Anyway, she wakes up and we get this rapid sort of vision of her looking at a seagull and then looking at a little crab thingy, and then she jumps up into her flat and...
The first animation of her jumping just reminded me of how much I hated this movie first time I seen it. It's shocking. It's just unreal. Not in a good way.
She wakes up and she's trying to... This cat is still there.
She's hanging out the lights with cushions.
Oh yeah, that's true.
She lands on all fours.
But
she's wearing nice clean clothes, so she took time to have a shower.
Yeah,
change her
because
clothes.
she was all mucky last night.
She was, yeah.
Yeah. But she goes to see the cat's owner because the cat's owner is on the label of the cat, and
got your stupid cat here.
There's cats everywhere. Ugh. Yeah. And then I think obviously the one scene where people just make fun of it is the catnip one. It was shown, I think, at the Razzies.
It's so good.
What was she supposed to do with it, though? What was she supposed
catnip.
to do? Ooh. Yeah. Then she's like, "I gotta get out of here."
Yeah, that's basically what she was saying to her manager. I gotta get out of this contract. This is terrible.
Yeah. So she has a showdown with her boss and basically tells him to piss off.
Yeah. Everybody claps. I love the way everybody claps. She just got fired. You bunch of assholes.
They
How does she feel? Oh, you're clapping because she got fired. That's what she's gonna think, you jerks.
Yeah, it was just silly. The boss walks out of the room, and 10 seconds later, they're just into raucous applause. So why didn't you stand up for me then?
Yeah, assholes.
Yeah. We get this scene is also annoying where she's walking down the street, hisses at some dogs, spots this tiger claw necklace, then her friend suddenly faints.
Yep, there she goes.
And then there's the transition is a woman, she bends down to see her friend, a woman walks past her, and that transitions into her standing in the hospital waiting for her friend's news. It was a genius transition.
I think in terms of transitions in this movie, that was the best.
Well, yeah, it stands out as being
less annoying than every other thing that happened.
The rest, the next scene is also annoying because it's a massive, massive jump where the cop is teaching kids in a school and she just turns up in the classroom.
Yeah, again.
Shows up. Hello.
What about protection of information and letting your location of your officers out to randomers at a cop shop seems unethical, unsafe.
Yeah.
That's not the only problem, logically, but damn.
No, that was kind of annoying. But I think the next scene is the reason why this movie is terrible and could never be saved. The basketball scene. It's horribly edited, horribly shot, horribly cut, horribly acted, horribly performed, horribly existing.
Yeah, listen. As soon as it shows the school scene, which is just awful. And I was like, I was watching this again and thinking, this is probably the low point of the movie. It followed quickly by a new low point. It is dire.
It's so bad. And so, like, if you see a conversation in this movie with constant cuts, then the basketball scene is just multiplied by 100 the cuts.
Yeah, yeah.
And like, okay, fine. That's a good enough idea to show that she has these new cat-like skills. But if it's in the hands of another director, it could be fine.
What it put in mind to me was Sam Raimi's take on Spider-Man in the first Spider-Man movie he directed with Tobey Maguire, where he's grabbing the lunch out of the air, and it's just boom, boom, boom. It's cut well, it's done well, and it's like he's realizing his skills. Fantastic, beautifully done.
Mm.
This, dear God, you lazy asshole, and you're a VFX artist. Perhaps your skill set should have informed you as to what to do in this scene. But clearly, he hasn't got the ability to actually do visual effects, let alone direct.
Nah, he just couldn't do it. It was just way over his head. It just, and I read that he, in an interview after, he just blames the script basically. And
That's not enough, buddy.
I think this would be like a 40 to 50 meta score if it was by another director. Like,
The script, in fairness, the script is garbage. In his defense, but he did not add anything good to it. He did the exact opposite. He got something crap and made it really shit.
Yeah.
And this scene is just nearly as bad. Well, nearly as bad later on as the Ferris wheel. That annoys the crap out of me as well. But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, there's a bunch of small scenes. I don't really want to get into them. Stone is jealous of the young model. Patience is eating cans of tuna because she's a cat now.
That annoys me nearly as much as the VFX. So it's all these little. Oh, she's growling at dogs. Oh, she doesn't like the rain because cat. Just F off.
I hated the fact that our friend calls her from hospital and she just sits behind the hospital reception desk.
Yeah,
that just annoyed me.
Cheeky.
Yeah,
people are trying to work here. People could be dying and you're in the bloody way. Get out of the way, you asshole.
Anyway, the entire conversation is just her saying, Patience, be yourself. Of course, we have this sort of scene where she has to kick ass and go over to the loud party across the courtyard that she couldn't do anything about when she was just Patience, but she goes over and kicks the door down and sprays soda into people's faces and they go, oh no, I'm scared of you.
I was assuming it was beer, but...
No, it's in a fountain thingy. It's in one of those fountain spray taps.
Yeah, like it was basically...
Oh, maybe not. Maybe it was a keg.
It's a heavy metal concert or gig or whatever, fake party. I'm hoping it wasn't soda because that just even makes it worse. It's not very rock and roll.
Didn't look like beer, but anyway, she's happy with that, and she goes home to utter the immortal line, "Time to accessorize." Jumps on a motorbike and away she goes.
Oh yeah, she nicks his bike, and then
we never see the bike again.
Well, she parks it outside the jewelry store before breaking in to accost some people who have already broke in.
This is where you see, this is where you see the first sort of CGI Catwoman antics, walking on the walls. It's not as if cats actually can do that anyway.
What?
Walk on walls and...
Well, they can walk on walls, just not on the side of them.
The side of the walls.
Yeah, it's unpleasantly wrong from many perspectives. It doesn't look like a human, doesn't look like a cat. Gravity be damned. Physics be damned. None of it's good. None of the action's good. What I really annoyed about is they see a lady upstairs in the jewelry store. She says something crap to them, and they don't say anything. They don't say, "What the hell are you doing?" They just pull the guns and start shooting.
Yeah.
Where's the dialogue? Where's the back and forth? Nothing. Just we're the bad guys. Pew pew.
It's very flat.
There's no depth to this thing at all.
No, and then she it gets really cartoony when out of nowhere where she rides his body like a skateboard and he falls into the wall.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not good.
And says a couple of cat-related things like "purr-fect" and "meow."
That reminded me of the Batman TV show in 1960s with Eartha Kitt, and I can't remember the other girl's name now. Two actresses.
Yeah.
Both of them kicked her ass in the delivery of those lines. It's not Halle Berry. She was the wrong choice
Yeah.
for this, and those lines are awful.
Even Michelle Pfeiffer was great at it.
The thing is, Michelle Pfeiffer's was a bit more campy because it was a much more campy movie, and then you can deliver these lines. This isn't campy. This isn't comedic. This movie, so it doesn't work. Annoying. That's all this is. Annoying.
Yeah. He tries to do something clever, but he cuts from the shattered glass in the jewelry store to the jewelry on her bed. It's like, oh, well done for trying.
Top marks for effort.
She leaves cupcakes at the crime scene with sorry written on it. Nearly the same sorry as she wrote for the detective when she stood him up for a little date earlier on that we didn't bother mentioning because we don't care.
Really don't care. Yeah, and it's a weak ass sort of. Oh, but no, that's not the same person. They may be very similar styles, but one's confident, one's not. Oh, okay. Oh, well done there. That shows a duplicitous personality that she has. Well done, you piece of garbage. Yeah.
Yeah. So she has a Google search for her cat's history, and then goes to Ophelia for the exposition.
I love the Google search scene. It's just amazing.
It's always good to see a search on the internet on a movie.
Yeah, and then this Ophelia scene is, I don't know, 5 minutes, 6, 7 minutes of exposition that just drags on. I like where she throws her off the side of the balcony and then throws paper at her.
Here, take a look at all these images of cats through history.
I just Googled it, goddammit.
Yeah, don't throw paper at me.
I got a paper cut.
She should have swatted at them all if she was living up to her catness.
Yeah, where was that bit?
Yeah. Anyway, she wants to find out who killed her that night because Ophelia says, you were killed and reborn, and Midnight chose you because he's an Egyptian Mao.
Meow. What I love, though, I think we might have missed it, or it was a scene before, a scene coming up. I can't remember. I don't really want to join it up too much.
Yeah.
But where her cop boyfriend is at the station and he's looking at some evidence, and somebody hands him over the homicide file after him just working in robbery. So he's looking at the jewelry theft, but he's also homicide. I'm like,
he does everything because he shows up at every scene.
Yeah, he's in every possible case in the city. It's an interesting job he's got. He must be very busy.
They didn't care. It was just, let's make this work.
Yeah. they might have said those words, so they didn't actually achieve any of that working part.
No. Anyway, she gets her leather outfit, her first iteration of her leather outfit, and goes out and jumps roof to roof like Spider-Man, really.
It's annoying. Listen, all they wanted was Halle Berry's butt and show a load of midriff. And that they were hoping that would sell the movie, I think. Everything else was secondary.
Yeah. So was this our second attempt at it then, was it? Yeah, because yes, it is. Because she came back from throwing soda into the guy's face and she just put that outfit on, and it was just leather. And then
she chops it up this time because that makes it better.
This time she chops it up because it's all lacy and her chest is more exposed because it's 2004 and we need to do that.
It's just a weak ploy to get lonely boys to go to the cinema.
And her skin is constantly moist as well throughout the entire movie.
They must have had an entire team. Cats hate that, though.
That's true.
Very not in keeping in character, you know. Stop spraying me, goddammit, I'm a cat.
Yeah. All right, so she spies the shooter that shot at her, heads to the disco.
Oh, this scene is awful. In the disco where she decides to have a little dance.
Oh my God, what the hell is that about?
Yeah, I just can't handle this scene. It wrecks my head.
That's one thing that obviously as well that I hated throughout the entire movie was the music. It was
Oh,
garbage.
I don't, it's basement, bargain basement crap. I didn't bother looking it up.
No.
I don't know where they got it.
Even when she's fighting Sharon Stone at the end, there's this sort of random music with lots of oohs and ahs vocally. And it's like,
It's
this
not in
isn't
keeping
the
what's happening.
no, this isn't the right music for this scene.
Yeah, it's weak.
Yeah, and anyway, she beats the shit out of this guy and he tells her everything because he's not really a tough guy after all.
Why didn't she kill him though?
I don't know.
This
She's
annoys
not
me.
a killer. No, she said it later on. She's not a killer.
No, see, she's getting confused with Batman. He is not a killer.
Yeah.
I suspect that the whole Catwoman persona, you should be killing people, especially those who have tried to kill her.
Yeah. Anyway, she heads to the lab and the scientist is dead and some cleaner sees her and now she's a suspect for murdering the scientist. Visits the friend in hospital. I don't know why. She sees that she's a suspect on the TV. And the friend's using bowline and she goes, oh, that's why you're in hospital. Yoink, give me that. You're not using this. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
Detective, at this point, is what you said. The detective sees the two sorries and goes to the scientist and goes, any of these different? Yes, they're different. One's meek and the other one's confident. This is your fairground scene. Ferris wheel stops when they're up at the top, and suddenly a little boy who's not with his mother's down on the ground. I don't know why she didn't go with him.
Just hope he could fall off.
Yeah, you ruined everything, Catwoman. I hated him. Anyway, Catwoman saves the day and goes down, and it's just whatever.
Yeah, what I like about this is the cop says, let's celebrate. Whereas a normal human being would be like, oh my God, I've got a bit of PTSD after that. That was freaking traumatic.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, so where the hell are we? After the fairground, they don't go to the sushi place. No,
there's definitely a
not
sushi
just
scene
yet.
coming up.
No, she breaks into Stone's house, and Stone's like going, "Oh, you're here. Yeah, my hubby is the bad guy. I'm not. Here, take my phone."
Right. They go to Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah, she goes to.
He's not here. Here's the address of where he's at now.
Yeah, he's at Cirque du Soleil. She pops into his office, the box off, whatever the fuck it's called, the balcony, and he's like going, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about."
Scratchy.
Yeah, she jumps down onto the stage and has a fight with the detective, and the detective doesn't have a clue who she is. Again, it's another
even though she's got the same voice
and same skin tone.
She's the same woman wearing a mask.
Yeah,
not much of a mask.
Although Superman with Christopher Reeve was stupid as well. Take my glasses off, put some hair gel on, and I'm a different person. Anyway, this fight with a detective is just constantly is marred by cuts after cuts after cuts after
overly
cuts.
long, unnecessarily long.
Yeah.
No, poop du jour.
We do have a scene with the Stone and hubby, and hubby slaps her face or something, and she's got a concrete sort of cheek or whatever because she uses bowline.
That makes sense. Nivea for Men made my jaw impervious.
This is when we have the sushi eating scene. Yeah, she's a cat, so she takes the fish off each sushi and eats it all.
No.
Yeah, I read that it was fruit. Just I don't know if you even give a shit.
I do not care.
No,
wouldn't care if it was fish or fruit.
Yeah, this is when they have a conversation over a dinner table, and the cuts are just you can't concentrate with the cuts even for a simple dialogue scene.
Yeah.
They're outside, and she goes, "Oh, I hate the rain." Blah blah blah. Okay, they
then they doink.
Yeah, he spies a claw on the ground and goes, "Oh, I might have to go and check this out."
See,
so he's off. He takes a glass with her lips on it and takes that for testing.
But having the claw, which he's seen up close already at this point, why doesn't he just arrest her straight away?
He's
got enough.
It's the prime evidence. It's the bloody claw that's been stolen.
The fingerprint. She's got the same voice, as you said, same skin tone, same height. You're an effing cop. Do your effing job.
Dumbass. Anyway, Sharon calls, come on over. I've got evidence for my hubby. In the meantime, she's killed her hubby and clawed him up and trying to frame her, and the cops come.
Have the gun.
Here, try this feel the weight of this.
Oh, guards.
Yeah, so the cops come and
chases the cat away. throw a
Yeah,
boot at her or something. I don't know.
that doesn't mean anything because when she gets back home, the detective's there.
Oi, you're guilty. Okay, I'm guilty. I'll go to jail now.
Did you think that interrogation scene was going to be a frenetic, tense-filled scene?
No, I had not very high hopes for the scene when it popped up, and I wasn't disappointed.
No. Her
You can
main, or
trust me. I didn't do it. You know me. We dined last night. Effectively, what she said.
yeah,
Um, and he's like, "Yeah, whatever. Take her away, boys." Yeah,
bake her away, toys.
then midnight turns up. He
Yeah,
squeezes through bars, and she goes, "Huh? Cats. I'm a cat. I can crush my skull smaller than it is." What people don't remember is the cat can do it because his skull is actually smaller than you think it is. Humans, it's the same size as your head. You can't squeeze your skull. It's stupid. It was very T-1000 from Terminator 2.
yeah. Wasn't it clever that she escapes in a Jaguar?
No, it really effing wasn't. Oh, just this movie. It's just annoying.
Yeah, so where does she go to? She goes to. Oh,
She
yeah, the
goes to
thing's
this
going to get
facility.
launched.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Stone's having the launch of the product and they're getting ready to ship it out. So she changed up the trucks and they lose their wheels because
She
she's
rips off the
great.
wheels by driving another truck with a chain to, like,
Yeah.
it's somewhat not in keeping with the character as well. Her approach to solving problems is not driving trucks. That's more of an Arnie thing. Speaking of T-1000. Um, no, it doesn't fit. That's stupid. It's kind of irrelevant as well because address the main problem. Go after Miss Bossman, Miss Sharon Stone, whatever the hell her name is. I can't remember anymore. I don't want to know. Yeah, it's an unnecessary scene. I could have saved 2 minutes of my life by not watching that bit.
Yeah, and then Sharon and the detective have a showdown,
Yeah,
which isn't tense at all.
he catches her by saying it's the worst entrapment ever as well. Like he's saying, so I know you did it, but you give me some money, then I'll let you off. And she goes, oh, maybe I will. And he goes, ha, I got you. That's stupid. It's incredibly fucking stupid. She's supposed to be an intelligent, evil mastermind.
CEO, yeah.
What the hell? It's just garbage. And clearly he's got no evidence. And she doesn't even bother trying to find that out. She goes, damn it, you got me.
Shucks.
Shucks a doodle, I'm gonna shoot you. That was the smartest thing she did in that scene.
Yeah,
Just
doesn't matter though because Catwoman's there to whip her into shape.
That's where we get the boss fight. She's a cat. She's been using Nivea for ladies on her face, so her face is impervious to cats. The end.
The music is so bad when they're fighting.
It's shocking. I've got it down here, and if you could see my writing, it's angry writing.
Cap locks.
It's just music terrible, and then I'm stabbing the pen into the paper. Oh, this has got a great line in it.
Lots of them at the end here.
She's about to be kicked off the building by Sharon Stone. She smashed the window open. She's poking at her with a pipe.
Yeah.
Get down, you stupid cat! Down!
Yeah.
And Sharon Stone says, game over. And then she says, Noah, guess what? It's overtime. Oh, that is the worst line and the worst delivery of a really shit line. It's just garbage. Yeah.
And then there's a point where Sharon Stone's hanging off the window, and of course we have to have the trope, give me your hand, from Catwoman.
Yeah. But then she sees her face and sees it's been messed up from being hit in the face too many times. And she goes, no. I love how she spins through the air as she's on her way down, though. That did make me happy.
Stick did it better.
Stick did it way better. At least go with a dummy.
Yeah, it was a weird pirouette from the body
But it was a
falling.
starfish style thing. That's what I liked about it.
Yeah, they couldn't even
Yeah,
do that right.
yeah. And then there's a whole ending thing where she sends a letter to her boyfriend, says I can't be with you because of reasons and stuff, and I'm a lone cat or some such bollocks. I'm good and I'm bad and yada yada yada. But I haven't killed anybody yet. I will though.
Yeah, there's a whole wrap up thing. The friend is with the handsome doctor who treated her. The cat lady gets a thank you card. The detective gets a letter. Pan out, walk into the moon.
Big fucking close up of her butt,
Of
trying to
course.
sell the movie on that one thing alone.
Of
The end.
course. Of course. Mark Savloff in the Austin. Oh no, do we do? Oh, we give scores first. I'm just totally out of whack because of
I
how
don't blame
bad
you
it
for that.
was.
This is just a disconcerting movie to have watched. Normally, I enjoy attacking a movie, but this movie was so bad. It's annoying in so many ways.
Yeah. Um, I'm giving plot and acting 0.5 each just because they're intertwined with bullshit.
I am one. Um, I'm not sure why I give them that much. I'll stick with it though.
Yeah, I had it at one, but then we started talking and I just,
It's annoying when you realize how
yeah.
bad it is.
To be honest with you, I don't think Halle Berry deserved the Razzie. I don't think it's the worst acting I've ever seen. It's bad. It's very bad. But
Yeah, but it's
to
only
be,
as good. You can only act as well as the script is put in front of you, and the script is absolute trash. The dialogue is stupid. The cutting, as you said earlier, is awful.
the
Yeah,
worst.
so there's no way she could have looked anything other than crap as an actress in this.
Yeah.
So I feel sorry for her, but I'm still not going to mark her up. One is the most I can give her.
Yeah. Well, I'm giving the sound brackets track 0.
I give it 0.5 because it had sound. They did put some sound into the movie, and the footsteps didn't annoy me.
No, there was no bad footsteps. No, I choose 0 because there was no. Okay, they had music. You're correct about that, but they didn't use it in any way effectively.
The fight scene music, oh yeah, it's just the wrong tune.
It's just so bad, so bad. Production, I'm giving 0.25 just because we've mentioned it already. I don't need to explain myself.
I give
Leave
it
me
a,
alone.
I give it a half because yeah, I felt bad going 0.25. I give it a half.
That's very generous
Some
of
some
you.
people worked on it, and some people tried. So the effort, I'll give them 0.5 for effort.
He did a lot of CGI. He did a lot of panning and zooming, and none of it worked.
Unnecessary nonsense. You could have just gone with physical effects, and this movie would have been a lot better for it.
Yeah, I'm happy it's over, and I'll never watch it again.
Yeah, yeah. I to be honest, I was kind of looking forward to getting into it and attacking it, but now
Same.
having watched it today, whew, it was
No,
no, it was not fun.
it's like I had more fun ripping into Rollerball. This one, I just feel like I don't know. Maybe it's because there's better actors in it on paper that it
It
wasn't actually
should be better. Yeah,
that fun to actually rip into it. I couldn't find the energy actually to rip into it because of just the I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird movie because it's shit.
yeah.
But
There's,
so is
there's nothing
Rollerball.
there's nothing redeeming about it. Rollerball was kind of funny at times, not intentionally. This one isn't funny at times, intentional or not intentional. So that's how it's more difficult to get through in my head anyway. At least in Rollerball, I laughed. Not with the movie, I laughing at the movie.
Yeah.
This I never laughed. I got annoyed
I think I
repeatedly.
laughed. I think I laughed once, but I can't remember what I laughed
It was
at.
like the tuna.
No, it wasn't the tuna. That didn't make me laugh. I can't remember what it was. It was near. I think it was in the last quarter. I just laughed at it.
I did sort of chuckle at the her trying to whack the cat out of the window with a pipe. That kind of made me chuckle, but that was just me being an asshole.
Oh, with oh
Sharon
yeah,
Stone. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I thought you meant a real cat,
No, no, no.
Catwoman.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
feck off
weird.
midnight. Get away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there were a lot of pipe stabbing near the end, which was weird.
Yeah.
Mark Zavloff gave it 0 in the Austin Chronicle. He said, utterly devoid of merit, fantastic or otherwise. A more exasperating descent into the feline world is difficult to imagine.
Fair
Nicholas
enough.
Sal, who we've read a lot of reviews from, gave it 75 out of 100 in the San Francisco Chronicle. He said, for Friday night, this will do just fine. It's definitely a good matchup. Stone's cynical bravado versus Berry's resilient spunkiness in a world-class cat fight.
What the hell was he smoking?
I don't know. I think maybe they gave him a few dollars to.
Yeah. I've never heard of anybody liking this movie.
I don't
Surely
know. Maybe
somebody
when
does, I guess.
yeah, maybe when it came out, he just sort of thought it was standard fare and gambled that everybody else would say the same thing.
Maybe he hadn't watched it and went, these are pretty good actors. There you go. 7.
True. Oh, Oscar performance, Oscar-winning actress.
Times 2. Didn't Sharon Stone has an Oscar under her belt, or am I going cray-cray? I don't know. Maybe.
You might
Maybe
be going
not.
cray-cray. Maybe. Unfortunately, Metacritic doesn't say that when I look it up. Anyway, it's just IMDb. All right, just say something to end this episode, will you?
It's time to meow on and pick the next movie.
Hell. That's as bad as the movie, which makes a lot of appropriate sense.
It is appropriately shit, yes.
Yeah. All right, let's randomly roll for episode 98. And we're getting a very low number this time, 43.
Movie 43.
Yeah, exactly. Movie 43, number 43. No, this is interesting. I've heard of this movie and I've never watched it. It's from 1949. It's called The Third Man, with Orson Welles in the lead.
Oh, I've never heard of that. I know Mr. Welles quite well.
Yeah, it's. I've heard of it being a good movie. It's got a Metascore of 97.
Ooh.
It's got a user score of 8.4. Summary is pulp novelist Holly Martins travels to shadowy post-war Vienna only to find himself investigating the mysterious death of an old friend, Harry Lime. Runs for 1 hour 44 minutes. Directed by Carol Reed, who didn't really direct a lot. Directed Mutiny on the Bounty and Oliver! Exclamation mark.
Huh.
And The Fallen Idol. And Odd Man Out, and that's all she directed.
Okay.
So yeah, Third Man. It's I think it's a classic in cinema lore. So it'll be interesting to read or to watch. Don't really know what to expect from it.
No, looking at the film poster here, and it's got a cat on the poster on top of the D of The Third Man. So there's a nice
connection.
Yeah. God, yeah. Let's forget the movie we just watched forever and ever.
Yeah, hopefully this one will counterbalance this episode of episode 97.
It wouldn't be difficult to be better. Let's be honest.
No, I'm thinking we're going.
Is this your lowest ranking? I'm trying to.
Don't know. No, I hated Rollerball a lot. I don't know. Hopefully this one's a little bit above Rollerball because I don't think I hated this as much, but who knows? I should have done plot and acting for 1 because I didn't really think Halle Berry was crazy bad, but that's the way the dice land. So hopefully we go from the ridiculous to the sublime with episode 98 and The Third Man from 1949. We will see you on that next episode. Please share, subscribe wherever you watch this on and listen to us on, and we'll see you in episode 98. Bye bye.
Cheerio.